Welcome back. All right, so right after doing the review video, I am here doing the preview video for Thursday because we do have an early game on Thursday. The global series gets started with Ottawa and Detroit meeting. So Ottawa's the technical home team in this. You will have a technical home team. They get last change. Outside of that, both teams are on the road. So Detroit won the first meeting between these two teams on October 21st, 5-2. Remember that game? That was an exciting game for Detroit fans, not so much for Ottawa fans. The third and fourth meetings between these teams will be December the 9th as well as January 31st. For Detroit, they're 8-5-2. Over their last 10 games, they're 4-4-2, so it's been a bit of a tougher run for them lately. DeBrincat's been part of the good times and wants to get back to that. 10 goals, 5 assists, 15 points. Rasmussen. So what I've got on the board is a player who's playing well and scoring, and then somebody who's bottom six or maybe not scoring as well that I'm a fan of. Rasmussen, I do appreciate his work ethic. 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. And yeah, solid depth forward for them. On the Ottawa side, they're 6-7. Over their last 10 games, they're 4-6. Stützle, 3 goals, 14 assists for 17 points. Very good run by Stützle thus far. For Parker Kelly, a goal to go with 3 assists and 4 points. I like Parker Kelly. He doesn't get very many points or goals, but I like the guy's play. And then 5 hours later, we get into the regularly scheduled programming. Starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, the Arizona Coyotes and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again March the 26th. On the Arizona side, they are 7-6-2 on the season. They're 4-4-2 in their last 10. And again, if you take Arizona lightly, they beat you. Columbus shouldn't be taking anybody lightly right now. Krause has started scoring. 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points for Lawson Krause. Liam O'Brien does a little bit of everything, and you know what? He provides a little more offense than you might think from a guy who's considered an enforcer. 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. O'Brien's a pretty useful player. If at some point in time Arizona drops out of the race, and if they decide to put O'Brien on the market, I think teams would be looking at him right now and saying, you know what? We wouldn't mind having him there. Then on the Columbus side, they're 4-8-4. Over their last 10, they're 1-6-3. And the most frustrating part watching Columbus is they're close, and in most of these games, they just don't quite have the win. Marchenko, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points for him. He's been very good lately, might be their best overall forward over the last, I'd say, 2 or 3 weeks. Corrali has been quite good as far as the depth forward goes, 5 goals already to go with 1 assist for 6 points, and he provides them a bit of veteran leadership as well. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Vegas and the Montreal Canadiens. Now, Vegas should not take Montreal lightly because it took a shootout for them to beat Montreal 3-2 on October 30th. So they already know Montreal's not an easy out. For Vegas, they're 12-3-1. Atop the division, yes, but tied with Vancouver, surprisingly. 6-3, and I just say that because, in all honesty, as a Canucks fan, I did not expect them to be up challenging for the divisions and the conference lead. But for Vegas, they're 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. They've had some setbacks. They're coming off of a shutout loss against Washington. William Karlsson, 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 points. He's been their best forward. But Cotter, I like Cotter. 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. And it's not just because I'm old and I remember welcome back Cotter, but because I think Cotter's a good player as well. On the Montreal side, 7-7-2 is their record. They're 4-5-1 in their last 10. Cole Caulfield, 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. Waiting for some more goals from Caulfield, though. Evans, good, solid, hard-working bottom 6 forward. 1 goal, 2 assists for Jake Evans this year. And he's been around the goal. I think he's due for one. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between New Jersey and Pittsburgh. These teams are going in opposite directions. New Jersey's trying to reverse that. First of 3 meetings, they'll meet again March the 19th as well as April the 2nd. For New Jersey, they're 7-6-1 to start the season. They are 5-5 in their last 10. They're coming off of that rough 6-3 loss against Winnipeg. Toffoli, 8 goals, 6 assists, 14 points. We'll see if he gets things going. Mercer, just the 3 goals so far. But again, I like Mercer's work ethic, and the points will come. But the sooner that Hughes comes back, the sooner everybody's points get going again. So we'll see if Hughes is ready to play. I think for the Thursday game, he was seen as a maybe, right? He wasn't going to play against Winnipeg, but this was seen as a maybe. Pittsburgh's 8-6 over their last 10. They're 6-4 over, or they're 8-6 overall. They're 6-4 in their last 10, but they have won 5 in a row. Malkin's been a big part of that. 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. Both Malkin and Crosby do not look their age right now. Eller, 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. There was a lot of raised eyebrows with Eller signing the contract he did with Pittsburgh. You know what? He's been full value. He's been a big part of this turnaround for Pittsburgh. He's been a very good forward for them. 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, Tampa Bay looking to get their revenge on Chicago. Chicago went into Tampa Bay and beat them 5-3 on November the 9th. Tampa Bay is now 6-6-4 overall. They're 4-4-2 in their last 10 as well. Stamkos, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points for him. And through 16 games, do you want more than 5 goals from Stamkos? Probably a couple. Asimon's been good in their bottom 6, 4 goals and an assist for 5 points. And again, if it comes down to work ethic, some of those bottom 6 guys, because again, if you're not a hardworking bottom 6 guy, you're headed to the AHL. For Chicago, they're 5-8 overall right now. They're 4-6 over their last 10. And again, they keep showing that they're capable of winning games. But Bedard, 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points. He has 13 points in 13 games, but those 9 goals in 13 games, just insane. Donato, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Again, I like how Donato's played up and down the lineup, and he's done a good job wherever they've put him. Vancouver is in against Calgary. I'm interested to see how this turns out because, of course, Vancouver tonight needed to go to overtime, and now they have to get on a plane and go to Calgary. First of 4 meetings between these teams, and these teams really hate each other. People always talk about Battle of Alberta, and I know it gets a lot of attention. You know what? Vancouver-Calgary games are always intense affairs and usually lead to a lot of punching. So these teams will meet on December 2nd, March the 23rd, and April the 16th as well. So, yeah, they're going to get to know each other this year as they usually do, and they will hate each other as they usually do. Vancouver's 12-3-1, same record as Vegas, but they're 8-1-1 in their last 10. They've now won 2 in a row, beating Montreal and then coming home and winning that one against the Islanders tonight. Now they get to go to Calgary tomorrow. It's not going to be easy. It'll likely be DeSmith in that as well. Besser, 13 goals, 8 assists, 21 points. 13 goals for Besser is just insane. I would say he's a shoo-in right now for 30 goals at the very least. He's never had 30 goals in a season. Blueger's just had the 2 games, and you know what? Tonight he was all around the net and just could not get that goal. So I've got his name on the board because I'm hoping he gets a goal tomorrow night against Calgary. Calgary's 5-8-2 overall. They're 3-6-1 in their last 10. And their neighbors to the north in Edmonton seem to be turning things around. Pospisil, 5 games, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. He has been a spark plug for them since getting called up. Dylan Dubé, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. I like Dubé. I like his work ethic. If he ever became available in the trade market with everything going on in Calgary, I'd be happy to see him with a team I cheer for. That being said, Dubé probably not going anywhere anytime soon. And then we get into the late starts, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. The Islanders in Seattle. This is going to be fascinating. So February 13th is the other meeting between these teams in New York. For the Islanders, coming out of that overtime loss against Vancouver, Seattle coming out of that overtime loss against the Oilers, right? So who's going to win this one? For the Islanders, they're 5-6-4 overall. Over their last 10, they're 3-4-3. Barzal, 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points for him overall. I thought Barzal was impressive tonight. And honestly, when they had some momentum there, they looked pretty good, just they didn't have any puck luck. Wallstrom didn't have any. A goal and an assist, 2 points in 9 games for Wallstrom. Hope we see a goal from him tomorrow night. I'm just glad he didn't come against Vancouver. It was that close. For Seattle, they're 5-8-4 overall. They're 3-4. They're 3-4-3 over their last 10 as well. That's why this is going to be a fascinating game. McCann, 7 goals, 3 assists, 10 points. He got a goal tonight. We'll see if he gets one tomorrow. Yamamoto, they need more goals and more points for Yamamoto. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points for him. And then 2 7:30 starts, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, beginning with Florida and LA. I'm taking LA because why not just take a ride on the wild side? They only have 1 win in their 7 home games. They got to have 1, right? Tomorrow. They have to make it 2 wins in 8 home games, right? If not, then my record takes a hit again. For Florida, they're 10-4-1 overall. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10, playing very, very well. Barkov, 6 goals, 10 assists for him, 16 points. We know what Barkov does, one of the better two-way forwards in the game. And Lundell, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. I've been impressed with him lately too, even though he's only got the 1 goal. For LA, they're 8-3-3. They're 6-2-2 over their last 10. But again, the big storyline with them, they can't play very well at home. They're excellent on the road. Kopitar, 7 goals, 7 assists, 14 points. Another very good point per game season for him thus far. So there's another player who's refusing to age. And then Trevor Lewis has fit in quite well since going back from, his years in Calgary. 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points for Lewis. And then also at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, St. Louis in against the San Jose Sharks. This is the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again March the 30th. I don't think I mentioned that January 11th, Florida hosts LA. So that's when they'll have the other matchup. Now, For St. Louis and the Sharks, they meet again March the 30th as well as April 6th. So it's going to be quite a while before they see each other again. St. Louis is 8-5-1 in the season. They are 6-4 in their last 10, but they're red hot right now. Robert Thomas, 6 goals, 10 assists, 16 points for him. He's red hot too. Kapanen's been good. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Wanted to have his name on the board. San Jose's 2-13-1 overall, so they're on pace for 10 wins this year. They're 2-8 in their last 10. That'll put them on pace for 16 wins if they have 2 wins in each 10-game segment. Hurdle, 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points for Tomas Hurdle. He's picked up his game recently. LeBanc was all around the net in the last game, couldn't get a goal. He has 2 assists thus far. So we'll see how things go for them tomorrow night. But this does kind of feel like a trap game. But St. Louis at this point shouldn't be in a position where they would take anybody lightly. They're on this hot streak. I think they know that not a lot was expected of them this year, so they should have the pedal to the metal in each game, being well aware that they can't afford to take the pedal off the metal, or else they could find themselves in a tough situation, even against San Jose, whose work ethic has been much better since the back-to-back games where they allowed 10 goals. So, let me know your thoughts and your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.